And rule number 1, since you done watched this video, don't you ever self-identify as ugly.
I'll tell you now, there is at least many people in the world who think you're attractive. I was not going to say at least one because that's actually statistically incorrect. There's probably a lot because we all have such different tastes in people.
Thank you why self-care is so important. Listen, if you do not care about what you put in your body, if you do not care about how you move your body, if you do not care that when you're really ill and sick and the illness is not going away, to even go to the doctor, if you don't care about your clothes being clean or ironed or whatever, that is a form of lack of self-respect, literally, and nothing else. Because most of the things are very easy. We all have water, we have soap, you know, you can clean yourself. If you respect your own body, if you respect yourself, other people will respect you and you'll have more confidence in yourself.
There is always going to be another beauty standard. Always. You cannot always chase a beauty standard unless you're fundamentally insecure. Timeless beauty is actually that face that looks pretty untouched. The natural type of beauty. Like, think of Emmy Rossum, Jessica Alba. Even someone like not as classically beautiful as them. I'm not gonna name names because that's just cruel. But it's the smile they wear, it's the kindness of their heart. And I know that sounds really silly, but it's true. You should not be chasing a beauty standard. You should actually just try to make yourself look better. Why don't you just do things that will look good for you, that will make you the most attractive version of you, because there is no one else out there like you. And that doesn't mean getting surgeries. It can mean like enhancing the way you do your makeup, you know, regularly getting hair trims so you don't have split ends, or getting a haircut that, you know, frames your face more, working out so you have a better body, just enhancing what you currently have instead of trying to be someone else. Like, comparison is really, really pointless. And if you're trying to just be universally beautiful, that is a desire stemming from the ego. The ego cannot handle that some people are not going to find you beautiful. The ego feels so insecure and lacks so much validation that it just wants everyone to say that you are beautiful, and that is really unhealthy. And also, we're thinking about this from more of a spiritual perspective. You don't want to be attractive to everyone because you don't want to attract everyone into your life. You want to attract the right people into your life, the right people who think you are good looking or they like your energy, and therefore they come into your life. And those are the people who are going to stay and who are going to like you for you.
If you continuously tell yourself that I am chopped, I'm going to be broke always, I'm ugly. Maybe your parents, they told you growing up you're fat, no one will love you, you have a big nose, and it sticks with you, especially in your childhood. You can be the most beautiful person, but growing up everyone told you you were ugly. Suddenly when you're older, everyone's like, wow, you know, you're really pretty, but still you feel like you're ugly. That is really difficult to change. So it takes a lot of rewiring. The first thing I want you guys to do is to write out exactly who you think you are. Write out all of your limiting beliefs. Write out everything good and bad you think about yourself. At the end of this list, we want to see how you feel. Are you seeing yourself more in a negative light or a positive light? Then we need to go into those beliefs. Where did your beliefs come from? What is the root of the belief? What do these other beliefs connect to? So once you've done this list, we need to start breaking down how you want to see yourself after. And I know I'm laying it out, making it seem like it's very easy, but it is challenging work. You just need to start to take the first step into understanding yourself and rewiring this mentally. And if you just do this for 30 days, guys, you're going to see by the end how different you feel. You need to think about where all of your time is going. So in past videos, I reference the vortex. What is in your vortex? Your vortex might be boys. James, Cameron, David. I text them all day long and I send them all of this energy, and therefore I'm giving them all this energy and I'm waiting for their reply. My vortex also includes TikTok. I'm addicted to doom scrolling. My vortex includes anything that's important, cooking videos. I spend time on that. Reading, positive and negative. You need to figure out where all of your energy is going. Now think about your goals. Is there alignment? How much of things in your vortex is occupying your time, yet it's completely irrelevant to your goals?
To stop over explaining yourself. A lot of the time we find ourselves over-explaining or justifying our actions. And this can be in super small situations, like if somebody asks you, oh, what do you do for work? Or how is your business going? And you're like, oh yeah, so I set it up, but you know, it's only the beginning and like who knows where it's gonna go. And you know, I might just try it for a few months, or like I might, you know, get a part-time job. I don't know, it's just not too serious yet. You know, let's just see where it goes. Please. The correct answer to that question is, yes, I started a business and I'm really passionate about it and I can't wait to see where it goes. That's it. Or, yeah, and this is what I'm going through in the business right now and it's going really, really well. That's it. Short, concise answers that are truthful, because when we start to justify what's going on, when we start to over-explain, yeah, but this and this, and what you were trying to do there is you were trying to predict what the other person must be thinking about you, not even thinking about you, judging you about, and then you were trying to incorporate these premeditated responses into your response to hopefully try to make them judge you less. And you know why I know this? Because I used to do the same exact thing. But when you no longer give an F on what other people think about you, there's no reason to incorporate any of that over-explaining, justifying BS into your response. You are simply going to own what you do, and whatever response they have, it's not your responsibility to put that to rest or answer it for them. Sometimes it's your action itself that speaks volume.
And I find it helps so much when you visually draw this diagram out, because you can physically see where you are going wrong. I mean, everyone has 24 hours. It really can seem like we have no time. We're telling everyone we're busy, it's part of our identity, it makes us feel like we're doing something productive, yet you have time. And I promise, when you start to manage your time and realize where it's going, and you find that alignment, you have so much time that frees up, you feel less anxious and you feel more in control. Step 3. I want you guys to only focus on high ROI activities. So go watch my Game of Life video. I am someone who is very strategic. Everything I do is about strategy. ROI is return on investment. Some people get mad about this when I say it in other videos. I'll be like, okay, would you rather do a course on, on painting? Or would you rather do a course on something which is going to make you rich? Like coding, learning about AI. These are 2 skills that you can really hone in this era and make a lot of money. And people are getting mad because they're like, oh, it's very important to have hobbies and to like not ignore your passions. Darling, let's have a little bit of intelligence. That's not what I'm saying. But if you are chopped and broke and miserable, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be focusing on your hobbies right now. You should be focusing on high ROI activities. I truly don't believe that anyone is actually ugly. There is the rare 0.001% that does. Sorry, it's true, but I can almost guarantee you're not one of those people. You should be at the gym. If you have a chopped face but you have a good body, guys, you're going up points. Especially if you're a man. If you're a man, you can get away with a chopped face, a good body, and a high income. You might get angry that I said that, but it's facts. And you know it too. To build unshakable confidence, you need to set and achieve small goals. And this is called Bandura's self-efficacy theory, which basically means if you're doing something over and over again, you're setting these small goals, you're achieving it, that is what's going to build confidence, because you're actually telling yourself, okay, I can achieve this. While if we set such large goals, which are so far away, we're almost setting ourselves up for failure. It's only natural for you to not be confident about something if you don't have experience with it. A lot of people ask me for YouTube advice and they're like, Simone, I turn on a camera and I feel uncomfortable, like I can't talk, it feels unnatural, how do you do it? I'm like, dude, I've done this since I was 16, I'm 25 now. I have 9 years of practice talking to a camera. I've made maybe like 600 videos. It would be weird and unnatural actually if I'm not confident in front of a camera, given I had this much practice, this much experience, and now social proof. Get practicing, bruv. Here's the thing, I believe everyone has something to contribute to the world. I do think everyone is special in their own unique way, which means you need to find your own path. You can't see a path someone else is taking online. Think, it looks like a pretty good path, might not be for me, but I'm gonna try it, just because you think it looks good and you're never going to get it right. It's like a fish seeing a human walking and it's like, hey, I want to try walking. And every day this fish jumps out of the water on the pavement, starts wiggling, trying to walk, and it never gets there. Because it's a fish. But guess what? That fish can go swim in the ocean way better than a human ever could. Because that's the fish's environment. I'm actually dead at my analogies. Like, sometimes my analogies really get me. But do you know what I mean? You need to find what is the path for you. A sloth can't thrive in a lion's environment. A lion is not going to thrive in a sloth's environment. In fact, the lion's probably going to kill all the sloths and then feel like, damn, that was too easy. And then the lion won't thrive. Find your own damn path.
It's something if you don't know what it is, you know. If we look at the biggest athletes, if we look at footballers, they are so confident in how they play and whatever they do. Why? Because they show up every day, they train, and they know that what they're doing is the best that they can, because they have trained their whole life, where they have developed this whole skill. These people have discipline. These people do not think about, I feel like it or I don't feel like it. No, how you feel does not make you become a whole professional footballer, does not make you become an athlete, does not make you become a successful business manager, whatever. You want to be confident, your feelings should be off. It's not about your feelings. Listen, you don't feel like going to the gym. Who feels like going to the gym? No, listen, there's some people, they actually enjoy going to the gym, right? I don't enjoy going to the gym, but afterwards I feel like $1,000,000. I walk out of the gym, I'm like, yeah, I did that, and I feel so confident about myself because I do things without thinking about them now. I wake up in the morning, it's automatic. I go to yoga, I go to the gym, that's it. Afterwards, I feel amazing because I push myself to do things. I push myself. And then every time I create a new limit for myself. And then I'm like, yeah, Liz, you can do more.
It's simply boring. You're boring, you're bland, and you're not unique. You should never try to change who you are. You came to this earth for a reason, with a special gift. Whether you like it or not, we all have a unique purpose on here. If I conformed when I was 16, when I was starting YouTube, if I didn't make those videos, I would have never even blown up. I would have been another person who was just trying to make it on the internet. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Now, I understand that it is difficult to embrace your flaws. And one tip I have is to avoid friends who pick out those flaws or make you feel bad for it. And also try to avoid being friends with self-conscious people. For example, there was a girl I knew and she got, oh my god, she was like the most self-conscious person I ever knew. She had very minor flaws, okay? I wouldn't even call them flaws, but to her, these little things were so big, and they were actually things most people had. Like, I have these flaws, and because I was like, I don't want to change this, she would look at me and be like, and if we take a photo, she would actually ask me, do you want me to like cut out the flaw so you're not in it? And she would make me feel bad about something I'm not even insecure about. And you just can't have people like that around. They're pushing their insecurities onto you, and as a friend, you can't help but thinking that person is always judging me. I know when my friend has an insecurity, I make them feel good about it. I'm like, dude, like, no one's gonna notice. Like, don't worry, it's not a big deal. And it usually isn't. One thing that's important to remember is we focus on ourselves so much because we're us, okay? But people actually don't care. People aren't looking at it, and if they look at it, it's just like a 1 second thought and you're gone. They're not going home and like, oh my god, guess what? I just saw like Jessica has like one yellow tooth, and they're not gonna go to bed and be like, oh my god, that yellow tooth, like wow. And anyone who picks out your insecurities, they're simply projecting onto you. It's like, go get a life. You wish you had this confidence. Additionally, you don't have to call something a flaw or insecurity, because by calling it that, you're actually giving it power. And it's completely subjective what a flaw or insecurity. For example, in terms of beauty standards, perhaps your nose is like a little bit bigger than average. And because of that, you're like, I need a nose job. My nose is big. Everyone is looking at my nose. But still, it's entirely subjective. Some people probably like, and you should learn to accept yourself. And if you don't, change it. If you really think you cannot ever accept something about yourself, change it. You have the power to. Standing out is what is going to get you far in life, and you do not stand out by copying other people and by following the herd. You need to find power to be yourself. It's also why a lot of dating videos, when they tell you to act a particular way with a man or a woman, I don't think that's optimal. Like, it doesn't always lead to a healthy relationship, because ultimately from day one, you want them to see you for you and accept you for you. If you're putting on this facade and trying to play this character to like get the boy or get the girl, that will fizzle over time. You're going to have to keep up this act, and in the process you're going to lose who you are. Personally, I have some things I'm really insecure about, and when I get close to being in a relationship with someone, these insecurities really come out. But I had to keep reminding myself, like, everyone has little insecurities or idiosyncrasies. They don't define who I am. And if my partner doesn't accept these things about me, then do I really want a partner so superficial like that, when my partner should be lifting me up? So a lot of people, they'll instead try to hide these insecurities or fix it to appease their partner, when actually they should be like, you need to accept me for who I am. It all looks natural, and now people don't. It's sad that we feel pressured to change because of societal expectations, but I think ultimately changing is giving into those societal expectations. I think if you want to change something about you, you should do it for you, and you should do it because it's going to make you feel more confident. Do not let other people tell you what to do with your life or your face. And if you like something about yourself, don't change it. And if other people don't accept you, then you need to go where you are accepted. Because if you keep conforming and conforming, you're going to attract the wrong crowd. And do you want to attract the wrong crowd? No. You want to accept, and you deserve, people who love you for who you are, accept you for who you are, and embrace you. And that's ultimately going to bring you the most happiness as well. To have like-minded people around you where they encourage you to be yourself. If you are insecure and you are watching this video from an insecure point, from an insecure standpoint, just know energy doesn't lie. People can feel it. Work on yourself. You shouldn't be watching videos on how can I be better than other people, when you know that you're only watching these videos because you are so deathly insecure. Fix yourself first, and then you can worry about leveling up.
When you don't love yourself or you're not confident, you're going to drag like the other people around you down as well, and you're going to repel others. You're going to have such negative energy that people just won't be attracted to you. And like you can tell when people are insecure. It just like it jumps out. Like the insecurity jumps out, and you'll find that insecure people try to bring others down as well. Like they won't compliment you, they might insult you, or they'll give you like very backhanded compliments. And when I was insecure and like hated myself, I did notice when other people were like feeling great, I would feel even more shit about myself. I'd be like, oh my god, like, why are they feeling so good and I feel so shit? And it made me like, I knew it wasn't a good thing to feel this way. I was like, I want to be happy for other people, but I can't because I'm so unhappy with myself. Like I can't be happy for other people. But I was so like upset about that. Like I could identify that, and I didn't want to be that way. This saying is overdone, but there's really no one else in the world that is you, and everyone has that like special something that makes them unique. How many times have you seen like a girl or a guy and been like, wow, they're the most attractive person I've ever seen, and then you see another person and you're like, no, they're the most attractive person I've ever seen, but they're entirely different. Like these people don't look alike. That's what I think about. And that's how I know that there is not one form of beauty. Beauty, you can't compare. You really can't compare beauty. It's entirely subjective. So whenever you catch yourself comparing, be like, hold the motherfucking phone, love. I'm unique. No one is like me.
Period.
Okay? Now, comparing your life. I'm really into law of attraction and spirituality, right? So I believe that everything happens in divine timing. It's true. Your life, it's divine. Everything that happens in your life, divine timing. The people who come into your life, when they leave, divine timing.
Do you really think I want to spend hours doing my makeup and hair and acrylic nails to be judged by a bunch of strangers on the internet of every facet of my being? No. Do you think I want to go outside, put minimal makeup on just to run a simple errand? No. But does a warrior go to war without her armor? You stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. You never know who or what you're gonna run into while you're out. And I'll tell you what, no one looks bad with good skin. So a little bit of light foundation or skin scent, concealer, blush, brows, mascara. I never want to do it, but I do. And I never regret it. You taking that little bit of effort into yourself every day says that, look, she has standards. This one takes care of herself. I can't easily step all over this one. And do you ever notice how men tend to approach you more when you have no makeup on? It's not necessarily because you look better without makeup. Anyone looks better with well-applied makeup application. Even men on TV, news anchors, they look better with makeup application. Everyone does. It's a tool that's meant to be used to make you look better. They're approaching you because they think you're an easier target. Point blank. Simple. I don't like when people approach me. I don't like when men in particular approach me when I don't have makeup on, just because it's not because I'm insecure. I don't look horrible without makeup, but it's more so because they probably think I'm an easier target, and I'm not. A little bit. If you want to be beautiful, you need to make a decision that you are and just go with it. If you're constantly talking about your problems, this goes for anything. If you're constantly calling yourself ugly, if you're constantly harping on about what's going wrong in your life, why are you surprised that you're not getting the results that you want? The world around you conforms to the feelings and beliefs you have about yourself. So the first step is saturating your mind with manifestation content. This is what I do personally when I'm stuck in a rut. I'm just like you. Sometimes I live on autopilot. I'm thinking the same thoughts every day, and I'm just like, hoping for a miracle and not realizing that I'm driving the boat here with my thoughts. Every morning when I wake up, I go on YouTube, I watch my favorite manifestation coaches, and I saturate my mind with positive content. One of the worst things you can do for yourself is like watching the news in the morning. And nowadays, like our social media algorithms are our modern day news. And guess what? Oh my nail, goddamn. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the first thoughts that you think in the beginning of the day set the tone for the rest of your day. So like in the past, I would have a habit of waking up and being like, today's was such a good day. Nothing happened yet, I would just say those words, and usually it would be a good day. I've also made it a point to not check social media or my email when I wake up, because like I've gotten pissed off first thing in the morning, and then it's just like one thought attracts another thought just like it, and then the attraction process starts, and then when that train gets going, it's hard to stop that train, and the only way to stop that train is with meditation. And I don't know about you, but like I'm not really a sit in a room and breathe kind of meditator personally. So a lot of manifestation coaches, whether they be coaches that take a more scientific approach to manifesting like Joe Dispenza or Mark Houghton, or the ones that take a more cosmic approach like Abraham Hicks or Louise L. Hay, they all say the same thing. They tell you, visualize before you go to bed, think positive thoughts right before you go to bed, and do it right when you wake up. The reason why they tell you this is because you're in that REM sleep state, so where your thoughts can easily permeate your subconscious mind. So if you ever notice, like if you go to sleep without like making a conscious intention to be like, you know what, today wasn't great, but tomorrow's gonna be a new day. I'm gonna have a fresh slate. If you go to sleep mad, chances are you're gonna wake up mad, because the vibration picks off where it last left off. So this is why I'm telling you, like, you cannot be checking social media in the morning the first thing. You can't be watching the news. Puppies and kittens, cute stimuli, cute animals and cute stimuli, everyone loves that, and I'm sure that does good, but nothing gets the ratings like the violence and the drama. And what that does is it puts you in a vibration of fear. So you're already off to a good step in your day if you're able to like control what kind of content you're taking in.
My business. From tomorrow, I'm gonna drink more water. From tomorrow, I'm gonna start my skincare. And you do none of that. What happens is you don't trust yourself anymore. Your word means nothing to you. And that's the issue. How can you trust yourself if you keep promising yourself things and you don't come true? So if your friends are all like insecure and everybody has anxiety, I'm sorry, but like start to make new friends that are confident and that you can learn from. I'm not saying ditch your old friends. I think you all need new friends. You guys are toxic to each other because nobody is growing, you know? So if you have a friend that's confident and I can teach you how to be more confident, how to approach.
What kind of people are you talking to? If I were you, instead of doom scrolling, I would use social media's algorithms and follow people that don't make you feel good about yourself, unfollow people that make you compare yourselves to, and put a bunch of content in your face into the forefront that makes you feel good. That's the most important thing. If you want to manifest and if you really want to like have big life changes, you can't be talking to negative people. I personally, like, I've made it a rule now, and like it's been a rule, but I break my own rules sometimes. It's like I will not have a relationship with an insecure person, and I will not listen to an insecure person for very long, because you know what, like you don't feel good when you talk to them, and most of the times they're just energy vampires sucking your energy away from you, and a lot of people are addicted to suffering. It took me a really long time to stop entertaining insecure people and talking to people who weren't on my level, or just like, honestly, at this point in my life, I'm only entertaining and having friendships with people who inspire me, are doing better than me, are positive. I've always wanted to help people who felt like I did, like anyone who doesn't feel good about themselves. Like I did not feel good about myself at one point in my life. I've like always had a soft spot for people like that, because you know what, it's just like things can get better, but it's not really helping me. And you know what, like if I want to manifest and if I want to have big changes in my life, I can't be listening to some negative person's problems, and you can't either. I don't care if you're a logical person. I don't care if you're a practical person. I don't care if you're like, I need to see it to believe it, like blah, 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 blah. You're sitting here rolling your eyes like you heard it all before. But honestly, I'm not saying you're stupid if you don't believe that what's going on up here isn't creating what's experiencing out there. But girl, you're stupid. It's 2024. Wake up. So like when I get stuck, I like laser focus. And a lot of you guys, you think affirmations are stupid. It's just like, I'm a goddess, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. Like you think it's a joke, but you don't even have to believe what you're saying. And that's why I personally love robotic affirming. The point is to brainwash yourself and to permeate those positive beliefs, because your beliefs are creating what you see out there into your subconscious mind. Because if you think about it, when we were younger, our parents said a lot of things to us, to our sponge-like brains that we have embedded in us. And we have like old programming that's like creating things. I can't tell you how many situations I've been in where I was just nervous surrounding money or nervous surrounding any life situation, and I would sit there and be like, everything always works out well for me, everything always works out well for me. I would just constantly loop it and play it in my mind, just say it and just say it and say it. And miraculously, the money has always shown up. Miraculously, everything has always worked out for me. I wouldn't be here if it didn't. For me to be able to think about things without causing negative resistance to them. So for example, like I make a decision that you're beautiful and go with it. So for example, you want to be pretty? I'm a goddess. I'm a love goddess. Actually, like years ago, that I got a tarot reading one time, and this like lady, she told me, she was like, tell yourself you're a love goddess, tell yourself you're a love goddess in the mirrors and all these things. And I did that over time, and as someone with like low self-esteem, like it actually worked. You're not going to believe that shit at first. You're just going to be like, who are you kidding? Your conscious mind is going to be like, bitch, no, you're not. You're hit. But over time, it's loops and it's loops and it's loops and it's looped. I don't know about you. I don't know about your parents or your upbringing or your situations that have happened to you. But like for someone who's had a harder life experience, like we've had our parents telling us shitty things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't, you just gonna be like your mother, you're gonna be like your father, this, that, and the third. You're not gonna be good, you're not gonna be this. And honestly, not everyone is strong, and it kind of just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for some people. But like, you need to brainwash yourself for success. And if I were you, I would try robotic affirming. Like, yeah, you feel like you're lying to yourself, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to believe it. Listen, if your beliefs create your reality, this is what I told myself. If beliefs create reality, and my personal beliefs create reality, My belief is I don't gotta believe the shit that I'm writing, but it works because I wrote it. That's the belief that I created. So if I were you and I wanted to get into stuff, I would affirmations. It's simple. Look it up on YouTube. There's so many success stories of people robotically affirming and getting the things they want. And the better you look, the worse it gets. So you might as well start cultivating some self-respect and self-esteem right now. So as you achieve your aesthetic goals and you get it moving, like, because here's the thing. You get more beautiful, you level up, you're getting hot, but your mindset is still that of like you before, right? Now you're easy target to be manipulated. Now you have men taking advantage of you because they can smell that insecurity. Now you have women taking advantage of you because they can smell that insecurity. And like, there are gonna be people on the outside looking in like, what is that beautiful girl doing with that guy? Like, you ever notice the most beautiful girls have the shittiest freaking boyfriend experiences? You need to have self-respect for yourself. And you know what? How you treat yourself is how you allow other people to treat you. The closer you get to the finish line, the more people will try to drag you down. It's just don't let people get into your psyche, because that's what they want. The thing is, when it comes to like crappy men and like women who don't like themselves and just losers and all these things, they just want to get into your psyche so that you have low self-esteem. You're walking around with low self-esteem, you're questioning yourself, you're like, do I look too fat today? All these things. That's the point. The point of the comment or the insult is to get into your psyche to affect how you're going forward in life, to bring your confidence down. So if you get anything from this video, stop letting people get into your psyche. Like, no one is walking around telling the homeless person that he's homeless, and if you are, bitch, you are rude. But like, when it comes to like a beautiful girl, like, there are literally YouTube channels on here that where men tell other men, don't compliment her, you don't want her head to get too big. Basically, they don't want you to know your power. So if anything, do not let these people get into your psyche. You know, I really do feel for all the older women and the younger girls who get taken advantage of because they were like brainwashed and told that they're not good enough. I feel for you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Love between humans it's not unconditional. And when we're born, our parents are the ones who place these conditions on us and teach us that love is conditional. And it really all boils down to your beliefs. I feel like people who have great parents naturally have advantages in the world, especially if they've instilled beliefs of empowerment in them. I feel like they have great advantages. But if you weren't born with the best upbringing, and it's gonna be harder for you, and it's up to you to rewrite your negative programming and to realize these things. If you grew up poor, I feel like the thing with poverty mindset is like poverty mindset can be so hard to like get out of. And even if you've evolved and you've like made money and you've accomplished a lot of things, there's just like little things like in little step points. I feel like a natural set point for a lot of people is to anticipate lack and anticipate potentially not having it all. And Abraham and Esther Hicks even says, like, you know, those people who get super rich and then they just lose it all. It's because they had a fear of like not having anything and losing it all, and then it kind of just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's really up to you to unwrite those negative beliefs. Affirmations, baby. I'll feel better physically and mentally, and like, it's no wonder I felt like shit. So for you, if you're not getting any physical activity, it's no wonder you feel like shit. But here's the thing, if you don't want to be perceived, if you don't want to go for a walk, guess what I did? I ended up getting a high quality jump rope for convenience. If you live in an area or an apartment where you don't want your neighbors to hear you jumping rope, maybe you're overweight, it's like heavy feet on the floor, get a ropeless jump rope. There's always a way to make things work. And I feel like a lot of getting unstuck is learning to make things work for you. And I feel like nothing teaches you to be more resourceful than when you don't have resources. Take care of your body, take care of your gut health. There's a brain-body connection. Your gut health is connected to your mental health. Your physical health is connected to your self-esteem. If you're not doing these things, do the things you don't want to do. Drink the protein shake you don't want to drink. Drink the juice you do not want to drink. Eat, like, you have to do these things. Anything and everything to make sure that your mental health is top tier is how you're going to be able to function and get unstuck. You're never really stuck. And I'm someone who's prided myself on like never getting stuck. My worst fear in life is to get stuck and stagnant and just feel like life is not changing. Like that's always been my worst fear. But you're never stuck. It's really all mental. All is mind. Get your mind right. Can we leave the self-deprecating behaviors at home when you're out? Can we just leave self-deprecation altogether? Because I'm so sick and tired of seeing these fat girls out complaining about their weight, complaining about how everyone else in the room is skinny. What is that? You know, I wasn't thinking about your weight. I know you think everyone's thinking about your weight. Some people will disagree and say like, now that they're on the other side of the weight loss, that's all other people were thinking. But it doesn't matter if they're thinking that you're fat. All that matters is how you're gonna manipulate their perception of you. So if you're walking into the party, a lot of y'all walk into the party, you're filled with anxiety, thinking about how you're gonna be perceived. You wanna be perceived as likable and not ugly, but you lead the conversation with, oh my God, everyone is so skinny here. I'm the fattest person here. This is how you start a conversation. Who starts a conversation like that? And I'm sorry, I get it, you're insecure. I'm sorry, I get it, you're insecure, but the whole world doesn't have to know that. I know you feel like you don't like yourself and all these things, but one day you will like yourself if you keep going. But when you get there, you want to look back and say, oh, well, I was a cute girl. Maybe I wasn't as polished as I am or as thin as I am now. But you know, she was working with what she had. You want to have a little self-compassion for yourself. Self-compassion and confidence is going to take you far in this life. The thing about self-deprecating people is they don't give up about anything. They don't give up. The thing about being self-deprecating is it only works on people who don't like themselves. Like, and who wants to be around someone who doesn't like themselves? That doesn't make it a pleasurable experience at all. If you're walking around being self-deprecating, you're essentially just walking around letting people know that you're professionally unlucky. People crave the influence of positive people because it breeds success and achievement. So, by you being self-deprecating, people are not going to want to be around you because it's giving negative vibes. It's giving bad vibes. No one wants to have bad vibes around them. For some people, seeing someone really have confidence and enjoy themselves and they're not insecure, that inspires other people to sometimes cater to the aspects of them that is nicer to themselves, has a little bit more self-compassion, is a little bit more confident. Other people, it's just a reminder of the fact that they lack confidence, vigor, and courage. So you're gonna get two responses from that. You're gonna get people either loving your confidence or hating it, but it's still a better position to be in than a self-deprecating hoe. All this time, I feel like this goes back to the playground. We know this. Pretty girls get preferential treatment. Should we have to play this game?
You are taking responsibility not only for your life, but your happiness and your mood every single day. You are not waiting for something good to happen for you that day. You have your morning routine, you have your happiness rituals, you are doing a dopamine detox. Everything that benefits you, you are focusing your life around that. Not talking about others, not worrying what other people are doing, all you.
It's a hard truth, but you can't keep saying, this is who I am because of what happened to me. Every single person on this planet has a sad story, but half of those people use it as an excuse to stay stagnant and complain all day, and the other half use it as their driving force to be better and more successful than you could have ever imagined. So which one do you want to be?
Every single movie starts with an unideal situation, and in every single one of those movies, the main character goes on a journey to fix it, overcome the dilemma, and reach a better conclusion. That's basically life summed up. Everyone has their traumas, their adversities, their challenges on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. We overcome them, we grow into better people, we learn more lessons about life and ourselves, and we keep reaching higher levels of life as a result. You could never be the person you are today if you didn't go through everything you got through. You survived every single thing, but not only survived it, you learned so much about yourself. And you are so many levels above where you used to be. You wouldn't entertain the stuff that you used to. You are out of everybody's league that you used to hang out with, and that could have only been possible by overcoming so much. The mess and the pain is not the end, it's simply the transformation cue. So just like Cinderella, you're supposed to lose the shoe. That's literally just the beginning of the story, the beginning of happily ever after. Lose the job, lose the guy, I promise you that's where all of the magic starts.
Energetic about it. Listen, if you want something in a partner, if you want something in friends, if you want something looking for a boss or a job or whatever, yeah, you can have expectations and you can ask for things. Don't let these people manipulate you into thinking that you're asking for too much. No, you're not asking for too much, you're asking the wrong person. And also have expectations for yourself. Say, hey, Liz, for example, Liz, I expect you to be like this, I expect you to do this, whatever, blah, blah. People can say, oh no, that's being harsh on yourself. No, I want to have expectations for myself. If I have no expectations, what will I do? I will do nothing. So really write down and think about it. What are your expectations for yourself? How do you expect yourself to be? How do you expect yourself to show up? How do you expect yourself to act? Start doing gratitude meditation. So I have been doing this now for the past month, every single morning. Like, it's a 5-minute one. I will link that one down below as well. And it's just in the morning, I sit and I just think about how my body serves me, because that's also what she says in the meditation. And it really makes me feel so grateful. And grateful people can look at what they have and how abundant they are. So in that state, you can attract more abundance. Realize that you create your own reality. Whatever you think that you deserve, or whatever that you think that you can have, you will attract. And that's it. If you think that you don't deserve a good relationship, if you think that you don't deserve to have money, if you think that you don't deserve to have beauty, confidence, all these things, you will not have it. You will simply not have it, because you create your own reality. Whatever you want will happen, because you will create that for yourself. Do what you can with what you have now. Do not think, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this. No, 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 no. Start focusing on what you do have and take what you do have to the next level. Like, you can literally create from nothing. You have billionaires today that came from being homeless. These people do not complain. These people actually do what they can with what they have. And that's how you become successful. That's how you become confident. Instead of constantly complaining, look at your situation, be like, okay, this is what's going on, this is how I am, and this is what I can do to fix it, and or to create peace with that. Realize what kind of blessing you are. Start talking, acting, walking like a blessing, because you are. Imagine being old and looking back at your younger self and thinking like, oh my god, why was I so insecure? Like, I had everything. Why was I so insecure, right? That's so sad. Literally, live your best life right now. Like, enjoy it. Do silly things. Sometimes you will have such bad days, but enjoy them as well. At the end of the day, when you're older and you can look back at your life, at least make sure you look back at a life that was worth living. To yourself completely from the inside out. Uncomfortable with your own company. These days, people do not want to be around themselves. They constantly look for someone to hang out with or look for someone to date because they cannot be alone. I am the quite opposite. I need time for myself. I literally tell even my partner, like, please, can you just leave me alone? Like, I want to be alone and maybe just with my cat or something, you know? I really enjoy my own company because I really think that I am really amazing. Like, honestly, I would be my own best friend. That's how much I enjoy my own company. I like to sit with myself. Sometimes I do nothing. I just stare at a wall. I like it. It's fun to me. But obviously, do not take it to the extremes, because when you are constantly alone, you will isolate yourself and you will also not know how to deal with people anymore or how to socialize, and that way you will become more insecure, because when you are in a social setting, you have anxiety. You don't know how to talk to people. And do this by taking yourself out on dates, going on walks with yourself, talking to yourself, hugging yourself, giving yourself a little kiss. Every single thing you can do. Looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself, you are so beautiful, you are so smart, you are so magnetic, oh, I love your aura. Treating yourself as you would someone you love. Sometimes I buy myself flowers, sometimes I buy myself gifts. I like it. Do not sit with people that constantly disrespect you. I used to do this, and I used to always slide a kiss, every single thing you can do. Looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself you are so beautiful, you are so smart, you are so magnetic, oh, I love your aura. Treating yourself as you would someone you love. Sometimes I buy myself flowers, sometimes I buy myself gifts. I like it. Not sit with people that constantly disrespect you. I used to do this, and I used to always slide it off and be like, oh, they don't mean it that way, whatever. No, because then when you actually make your voice heard and you say like, hey, listen, when they do something really big and you're like, hey, listen, I didn't like that you did that to me, and then they will call you sensitive and you're too emotional because you let all these other things slide before and you continue to engage with them whilst they were disrespecting you. No. I'm not saying after like a small little thing you blow up and you leave, whatever, no. But if there is continuous disrespect and continuous manipulation of this person telling you, I will change and I will do this, but the actions does not line up with what they're saying, then you leave. You do not sit somewhere where someone is disrespecting you. You do not. That is a sign of very low self-worth. Because you can say, I don't care, but what you're actually saying is, I don't care about myself. Don't get offended or threatened easily. See, I'm the person, I don't like to get disrespected, but I also not the kind of person that will get offended by anything and everything constantly and oh, you have to walk around eggshells. No, I'm really chill, you know, but I have my boundaries and you will not cross my boundaries. Do not get threatened easily. Honey, if you know who you are, if you know what you're capable of, no one can threaten you. What will you do? Who are you? You think I'm afraid? If that person has a certain thing at that age, that is what was meant for them. What you have right now is what was meant for you. And you have to create peace with that. Don't focus on what they have. Focus on what you have and believe that you can accomplish it. Believe that you deserve that as well and see it as motivation. See, confidence is not a certain look, right? So create an aesthetic for yourself that you feel most comfortable in. Really look at your style, look at who you are, and start to look for different aesthetics. You can look this on Pinterest, like different aesthetics, whatever, and choose the one that is most your vibe. Delusional. Listen, if you could go into my mind and if you could see what I think that I can accomplish for myself, you would call me crazy today. But the people that called me crazy before for what I have right now are all saying, oh wow, she actually did it. So when you are delusional and you actually believe that what you're trying to do, and it has to be a good thing, I'm not saying do like bad stuff and become delusional about that. No. A good goal that you want for yourself and you're so delusional about, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to achieve this. You are going to achieve this because it's the energy you're radiating. It's what you are manifesting. It's what you're telling yourself. And our brain is the most powerful thing ever. What you believe about yourself will be your reality. Even the way that you think about yourself can affect other people's reality about you. Because I have noticed when I am walking out and I look at myself and I'm like, oh damn, I look fine today, and I'm really happy about the way I look, other people start to compliment me a lot. But when I have like a day where I just feel uncomfortable and I don't really feel that good and I just want to be, you know, in my little shell, but I still have to be out, I can see the reaction from people is totally different as well. Literally the way you think about yourself affects other people's reality as well. Listen, money up, not your funny up. Listen, if you are out of a job right now, just go find a job anywhere, anything, literally. The one thing I have always done in my life is I have worked because I wanted money. I do not feel confident in myself if I don't have money. Because I can't even go out with my friends. I'm not the kind of person I will allow my friends just to pay for me and stuff. No, I will stay home, literally, if I have no money, because I do not want to go out and them like constantly paying for me. So I see confidence in my successes. I see confidence in the fact that I have a job, I have money. It doesn't matter what kind of job you have, okay? It doesn't have to be your career job, whatever. Something to make you money. I literally cleaned toilets. When I was 12, I would literally buy like waffles in a whole pack, right? And I would sell like one waffle door to door. I would like decorate it and I would sell it door to door for like hours and hours on end. like knocking on every single door, and I would make money that way. I was always focused on like trying to create money for myself. People with this kind of drive that have always had that, they really do become successful because they do not care about, oh, it's an embarrassing job, whatever. Know who you are. If you know who you are, nobody else can tell you anything.
Just stop apologizing so damn much, because let me tell you, 80% of the time you are saying sorry, it is so not needed. I'm talking when you're in a work environment or you're emailing somebody and you're like, oh my god, so sorry for the delay, or so sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. What do you mean, please? This is your life. You were owning your time. You got back to them when it was best suited to you and your schedule in whatever energetic capacity you had that day. You should not be apologizing for not doing something because it wasn't perfectly timed to somebody else's life and schedule. No, the would never do that. We only apologize if we have genuinely made a mistake or hurt somebody else where an apology is absolutely needed. But all of this sorry, that in daily life when you are doing nothing wrong and simply going at the pace in which you can handle is not the one. Same with using sorry as a replacement for saying no. It's like you're trying to decline something because you don't want to do it, but then at the same time you're over apologizing about it, and then the two just cancel each other out. Like, hey, I really want you to come to this event. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I can't make it, but the thing is, like, I'm also doing this and I'm really busy, but I've got this going on instead. You're over explaining and you're over apologizing. How about, hey, I can't go, my schedule just doesn't allow, but I hope you have a great time. If anything, use this period of solitude as an amazing gift and time of self-discovery, where now you can explore yourself even more. You can develop your relationship so much more, where you become even more confident. You will not be alone forever. This is simply a temporary part of the journey where you're in that shift, you're within the transition, you're not quite at the end yet, but it is so necessary. So remember to stick with it. Then we have the next difficult change, which is replacing external validation with self-validation. Listen, I know external validation, we all know it's not good for us, okay? But it does make us feel good, as do many things that aren't good for us in this life. And replacing it with self-validation and not feeling the need to need other people to like you or need other people to affirm that you're doing the right thing or you look the right way can be really, really hard because our ego literally craves it. As you continue to elevate, as you become so fearless in who you are and so confident, other people are going to find it less necessary and are going to be less excited about the process of complimenting you. Whether that's true or not doesn't really matter, none of your business. Because while other people might not be ready to celebrate the person you are becoming, you are going to be there with all of the balloons, being your own cheerleader and celebrating how far you've come and the difficult changes you have had to make in getting here. Because let me tell you from my own life experience, no one is ever going to be able to validate you the way you can validate you, because nobody knows you like you know you. Nobody knows exactly what you need like you, because nobody has experienced every single thought in your head every single second of the day. You are the most well-equipped to make yourself feel better about yourself, and it's time to start acting like it. So next time you're experiencing a little bit of self-doubt, you don't know what decision to make, you don't know if your selfie was cute or not, instead of asking others, instead of over-justifying yourself, over-explaining yourself, relying on other people's opinions, living your life according to what other people think, remember, your opinion is the most valid one, and it's time to live by that. You don't need other people to affirm your identity because you already know exactly who you are, and quite frankly, nobody else ever could. And lastly, a super harsh reality of being on this journey is the fact that you will be so misunderstood. But despite that, even if you were the nicest person in the world, you would still be misunderstood. Why? Because being misunderstood is such a key, normal part of life. Nobody on this planet could fully understand us unless they had lived every single thing we have experienced in this life with every single thought and emotion that accompanied it. That is the only way somebody could ever fully 100% understand you. Other people can come into your life and understand you or your feelings to an extent, but the person that is always going to understand you the most is you. Even if you are nice, even if you are showing up to everybody, people are still going to misunderstand you. They might think that you're not genuine. They might think that you are just kissing up to people. They might think that you have bad intentions. They might think that you're a tryhard, even if none of those things are true. So really, whether you are a people pleaser, nice girl, or whether you are a bitch who doesn't really talk to people because she stays in her own lane, doesn't really matter. Both of them are going to be misunderstood by other people, and both of them will experience hate. But guess what? Only one of them gets you a reality which is peaceful and doesn't leave you at the mercy of other people's power and opinions.
Mesmerized. If you look at other people, you see the good qualities in them. When you look at other people, you can admire them and you feel mesmerized by them. But when you look at yourself, you don't have those feelings. Why is that? Why is it that you can give out all those emotions to everyone except for yourself? Why is it that you can make someone else feel secure about themselves, but you can't when it comes to you? Listen, I am here right now to fix this, and literally